Welcome back to another episode of Square State Sandlot. This is a unique one because it's our draft special. We're going to be showing our draft live for fantasy football. We kind of did it backwards and we did the free one after we did the paid one. We were talking about off air, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. How are you feeling about your first one? Let's just talk about that real quick.
I actually really like the way my draft turned out. My plan was just to stick to my guns, I guess, and it worked out for me. I think. I guess I can just break down my lineup. I'll just do the starting guys I have in, but I was able to get Stafford pretty late, which was really cool. I didn't. We had what did Josh Allen go like number 3, number 2?
Second pick overall. It's crazy.
Which is just crazy. Which I guess it depends on how much you follow fantasy football or, the experts, suggestions, whatnot. But for me, that was way too early for a quarterback. But it worked out. I ended up with Eckler and Connor at running back. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I should preface by saying that quarterback stats are boosted in our league. It's not a standard scoring league, so typically if you get the top end quarterback, he's going to score more than anyone else in the league. So there is that to be said. So I guess I could understand if you think he's going to have another MVP type season, then yeah, it makes some sense to draft him high. But I don't know if 2 overall makes sense.
Well, we talked off air. I think it was a 4-point gap per game between the number 1 and number 32 quarterback last year. So for me, that's giving up too much real estate. But I ended up with Stafford, Eckler, and Connor at running back, which I was really pumped about. Connor had a ton of touchdowns last year, and Eckler, we're in a PPG league, so or
PPR, half PPR.
I'm thinking PPG Arena, but PPR league. So Eckler's going to have a ton of catches out of the backfield too. And then I got old AJ Brown and Deontay Johnson at wide receiver for my starting lineup. Pretty happy with that. I got my boy Freiermuth at tight end. Thanks to Bill not taking him.
Yeah.
I took
asked
Brees
Kyle
Hall.
if I should go tight end yet with Freiermuth on the board, and he was like, "No, I think it's still probably a little early." And then as soon as I didn't pick him, he picked him. So.
Well, I mean, in my defense,
it's fine.
I wasn't going after him until Bill pointed him out. But I took Brees Hall with the Jets. I think he's going to have a really good rookie campaign. He flashes a little bit of early Le'Veon Bell days, so that should be interesting. I think he'll get a lot of passes out of the backfield as well. I took the Chargers defense. I think with their draft picks and obviously who they've added this season, that's going to be a stout defense. I think higher rated than they were rated on the ESPN app. And then I took my boy Chris Boswell, old Killer B himself.
There you go. Yeah, I won't go over all mine just because I've already signed out and I've got my screen starting to share.
I got to switch back.
But felt pretty good about mine. And I guess I should preface, we're about to kick off this draft in about 5 minutes. I go 7th, and then Kyle goes 11th, and this is a 14-team league, so it's going to be pretty tough. We do have some positional limits, and like you said, it's not standard scoring. We do half PPR, and then there's definitely some bonuses in there for running backs going over 100 yards, and then there's another one for 200. Same thing, I think, with wide receivers. So it is typically a higher scoring league than your standard scoring league. So I don't know if we just do that because we like to see them points rack up or what, but
I think it makes things more interesting. This 14-team league is going to be.
It's going to be tough.
I think it could be rough because, to our point we made with the quarterbacks early on, more so than ever, those wide receiver and running backs are going to go off the board quicker.
Yep.
So, in my opinion, people should be targeting running backs and wide receivers right out the gate, hard and heavy. Well, with that being said, if you wait, there might not be anything left because we ran out of wide receivers, in our last draft by the late rounds.
For sure.
Which is expected, but could happen a lot quicker in the 14.
Well, and we still have positional limits, but obviously when you're spreading them across 14 teams instead of 12, which is what we did in our paid league. So it's going to be interesting to see. And yeah, like
We'll
you
see what
said,
happens.
the talent definitely gets spread pretty thin, but I feel like these type of leagues are also the ones where you start to see you take gambles on rookies that you normally wouldn't, and you start to see some of those types of picks pay off. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, we'll be starting in about 4 minutes now, so I'll start showing my screen here shortly, and then as we go through this, we have a link out there for all the guys that are in our league. If they want to hop on and talk about their team in between draft picks, so to fill the airtime. This is I think it's kind of fun to show how these fantasy football leagues work for some people that maybe have always been interested but have never jumped in one and actually tried. So if this sparks your interest and you want to sign up next year, Kyle, why don't you show the trophy you got, and then
me and Bill and I decided to really step up our game. The Square State Sandlot fantasy league is something that we're going to do every year from here on out. So with that being said, we decided to step our game up. This will have, once I get it done, it'll have the plaque for the league, and then we'll just start Stanley Cup style. Each season we'll add another piece with the team name and who won, and we'll see where we're at in 10 years or whatever. But pretty exciting. I wanted to say one thing to your point. I love the point of, if they haven't done a fantasy league, it can be overwhelming if you've never done it. My brother-in-law, who's actually in this draft, Lewis, has never done one before. I wish that he could have, had the opportunity to maybe watch this prior, but it can be. I mean, that's where some of the veteran moves, talking about quarterbacks and stuff, a lot of your first-time people will target those guys really early. So I hope he does well. I'm rooting for him.
All right, and then I'm just going to show on the screen now, and then, like I said, we should have some guys join. Oh, looks like Raph just jumped in, so we'll get him on in here in just a second. Raph is the resident shit talker on the chat
on that
there.
Note,
so
I need another beer for that. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, go grab your beer. We'll get Raph on here shortly, but I hope you guys can see that okay. I know we have the theme that's kind of cutting out the chat a little bit, but at the top there, we use ESPN. Raph is a proponent of NFL.com, as I have been before as well. So I think it really just depends on what you're used to. They're all pretty much doing the same thing. The main reason I've been using ESPN for so long is just because I have the roster limit set and scoring already set up, so it's just easier to reactivate the league rather than set everything back up from scratch. So mostly just me being a lazy commissioner, but that's fine.
We're used to it.
Yeah.
Technically, right. I am too, but I don't do anything.
Yeah. All right.
I recruited people.
Yes, you did all the recruiting, set up the time and all that, and I just hit go. So I guess it works. All right. I'm going to bring Raph in now.
There he is.
There he is. I don't know why it's not showing him on the stream here, though.
It's showing it on mine.
Okay, cool. Maybe it's just because I'm sharing my screen.
Can you hear us, Raph?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, good.
How you feeling about this draft?
A little nervous with the numbers.
Yeah, 14 team is a whole nother ball game. How'd you feel about the first one?
Well, I lost a few players that I was eyeballing, but it's okay.
Where do you go?
That's fantasy.
Raph, where do you go on this one?
Right before you, Bill. 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. Let's see. We got first pick went.
Oh my God! They're all going quarterback.
No, Devontae Adams went first. That's crazy.
Oh, Mike's a Raiders fan.
Okay, I was going to say I'm a Raiders fan, but that's a little
Patrick
early for
Mahomes, number 2. Wow.
That's crazy. See, and I don't even know who half these people are because of their team names.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who I'm poor is.
That's Darren.
Okay, so that's Darren. Kittle TD, that's
I
isn't
guess
that
I
your
could
buddy?
pull it up here. I'll pull it up on a separate screen so it doesn't override that. We'll see.
Looney Tunes is my brother-in-law. Aves is Avery.
And I believe Avery's planning on coming on in a bit
That's what he
too.
said.
So Raph, we'll let you make your pick, and then we'll ask you a couple questions here.
Who is I'm poor?
It's Darren. I don't know why he hasn't
Oh
picked
yeah,
yet.
you told me that.
Oh, there he
Sorry.
is. Crazy
Good
getting
take.
Jonathan Taylor third.
Number 2. Oh, is he third already?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's nuts.
That's like we talked off air. I mean, depending on how much people have done fantasy leagues or even, professionals be damned, their tactics. I mean, depending on how people come into it, it can really throw a wrench in your setup.
Yeah, I mean, in our first one, we had a kicker go in the 5th round. Granted, it was Justin Tucker, but still,
It's crazy.
yeah. Eckler went.
Who did it? Nice, good pick, Charles.
Oh boy. I mean, I don't want to pick CMC because he's always hurt, but he's there.
How'd that work out last year, Bill?
It worked well the first six games, I believe, and then
Yeah.
not so well after that. I'm trying to decide Christian McCaffrey or if I want to go wide receiver here. I think the potential is going to kill me here, and I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey, but I did it. All right, so Raph, you're a 49ers fan, if people can't tell based on what you're wearing there.
Worked out, but
Got a couple questions for you based on that, and that is, first of all, what is your projected order for the NFC West?
Seahawks, I'm going to go last just because, the quarterback situation. Can't throw it to, Metcalf all the time. So,
Not a big Drew Lock believer, huh?
Well, he's not even starting. They went with Geno.
That's my point.
then,
Yeah.
the Cardinals are without Hopkins for a while.
Yeah, he's going to miss the first 6 weeks, I believe.
That's going to hurt them. And I feel like people are starting to figure out, the little midget and his running. So, I'm going to say, well, I don't know about my Niners either with Lance starting. Yeah. If I feel like he can get a few games in just scrambling, and then he'll have to start figuring out how to throw the ball and not just run when he gets scared.
Sorry to interrupt. I cannot believe I just got Najee at 11.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ridiculous. I'll take it. Sorry, Raph, continue.
No,
Didn't mean to cut you off.
That's the 49ers got a lot going on as far as players, and if Lance can hold it down, then I think we'll be battling out with the Rams for first.
What do you think? I always say his name wrong. Is it? It starts with an A. Your other wide receiver, Ayuk. He spent a ton of time with Lance in the offseason. How are you feeling about that? You think maybe he takes some reps from Debo and you guys have a more balanced offense?
Well, I feel like Debo is just going to get a lot of double coverage, so it'll open him up. And he seems like the few, possessions he played, like he looked a lot better. So
I
I like it. Yeah, I think he's going to be. I drafted him last season, and of course he started the season in Shanahan's doghouse, so I was pissed that I picked him. But I think this year will definitely be his breakout season. So I think I agree with you. I think the Rams are far and above everyone else in the division right now. But yeah, I could see either Cardinals or Niners going second there in that division. I think it's going to be pretty close, other than I think the Rams will run away with the division at least. But Seahawks are terrible. 49ers and Cardinals should be right there battling it out for that second spot. So
I'm a big time Kyler Murray hater, so for me it's definitely between the Rams and the Niners personally.
yeah, I know you are, but
Oh, sorry.
all right. Let's see. We got Kyle's on the clock now.
Let's do it.
How dare you, sir?
Dude, I think he's going to have a big year.
Oh, that's not who I thought you were going with. Well,
Who do you think I was taking?
I thought you were going to take Diggs for sure.
Dude, I'm running back 1 and 2. Every time. That's got to be it. Unless I have a chance at a Cooper Kupp or really between Cooper Kupp, Jefferson, or Devontae Adams, I'm not touching anybody but running backs in the first 2 rounds.
I probably need to go running back as well if I'm taking McCaffrey, or since I already took McCaffrey. So
you just can't get away from old CMC, man.
Well, I almost took him in our draft too, but he went right before I did. So in our last draft,
I love Christian McCaffrey, but the one thing I'll say about him is it sucks because you either pick him and he gets hurt and you're an idiot, or you don't pick him and he puts together finally a full season and then you're an idiot.
But Diggs is still there. Diggs is still there.
I would take Diggs for sure.
I have to. That's too good of a value there. All right, Raph, make your pick, and then I got another question for you, and I'm sure you probably already know
Walk
what's
us
coming.
through it, Raph. What are you doing?
Well, I was going to take Diggs, but
That figures.
shoot.
Take Saquon Barkley. See, then you can be on board with me and holding your breath till he gets hurt.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to get hurt super quick because that's all the Giants have. Oh, man.
Who'd you go with?
Keenan.
Allen. All right.
I was thinking about Mike Evans, but I don't know. Tom Brady.
I think he's going to be down this year.
So,
Fair enough. All right. So, question for you about your Niners. What are they thinking with Jimmy G? I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to. I mean, you probably already heard what I thought about the situation, but what do you think about it?
I think I missed that. Well, I think part of it was his surgery, so that hurts, his trade value, and they don't know how good he's going to be. But then he's also a little fragile, so I think I think both of them kind of agreed to wait till some major quarterback gets hurt, and then they need somebody. So.
Yeah, I was thinking typically in situations like this where you go with a young guy over an established veteran, they don't want the veteran on the roster at the same time because then rookie's looking over his shoulder, that whole dynamic. But I think this helps them in the fact that they don't have to find another backup that could potentially see playing time based on Trey Lance's availability if he gets hurt, something like that. Don't have to teach him a new offense, anything like that. But I also think they reworked the contract where if it's going to be more money than Jimmy would make if he were to be cut and then sign with another team on the open market right now. So I think it probably works best for all parties, assuming Trey Lance isn't looking over his shoulder the whole time. So
yeah, and part of the thing is I'm just worried, all a lot of new quarterbacks they scramble, and then RG3, what happened with him?
Go ahead, make your pick, and then you can continue.
It's a lot of risk.
Yeah, feel free to cut in whenever your picks come up. Nice.
All right. Do I go with 2 injury-prone running backs in McCaffrey and Barkley?
I'm just saying, if they both put together a full campaign, you're a genius.
Or if you get one of them the first half and the other the second half.
There you go. Just time up when they both get hurt.
There
Oh,
you
shit.
go.
This is tough because I really like A.J. Brown. Chubb's good. Saquon, like I said, if he could stay healthy, he's probably the best player available right now. Uh,
That's tough.
I'm going to go with old reliable in Nick Chubb.
Well, and with old Watson being out and that offense squandering, I mean, they're going to be leaning heavy on the run. I like it.
Yeah. All right. So you were saying
Yeah, Avery just took A.J. Brown, of course.
I
He's a
kind of
Philly
figured
fan.
he was going to take him if I didn't. So
Whatever. It's the Eagles.
it's funny because
I
I
like
have
A.J. Brown, though. He's good.
two of my buddies that were in our last draft. They're Cowboys fans, and I made the joke that they must be closet Raiders fans because one of them took the Eagles defense, and I mean, all the Eagles fans I know hate the Cowboys and vice versa, so it was weird to me that they made that pick. But then also they all went that both of them that are Cowboys fans went heavy Raiders, so I was
They
kind of
took
confused
all
by
of
that as
Bill's
well.
picks.
Yeah.
Uh,
But Mike is definitely a Raiders fan, and he's going all Raiders in this draft, so I like
yes,
that.
he is. Hot and heavy real early. See if he takes Carr next.
I was going to say maybe he goes Carr or Renfro next. I don't know. But continue your thought about your 49ers, and then got one more question for you on them.
Where were we at? I kind of got distracted.
Jimmy G.
Old Jimmy G.
Yeah, I mean, with the, young quarterbacks liking to scramble and getting hurt.
Yep.
So it could definitely benefit us if he's still on the team. So, and then, they did give him a lot of incentives. So if it does happen, he's got motivation to go out there and actually, give it his all.
Yep.
So, and I think the team really still likes him.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, from all accounts, he's a great locker room presence. He's, all the guys like him. So I don't think he's going to have. And Kyle's talked about that, saying that he doesn't think it's going to be a distraction for Trey and his development. But I don't know. It just seems like anytime you move on from a veteran, it's almost better just to get them out of the picture, so the rookie doesn't have to worry about that. So.
My only reason for that opinion is just because it's Jimmy G. I think in that if you make that situation with anyone else, then yes, I agree. But from all indications, he's the model teammate. So I think that he'll be bigger than the situation. I think it'll lead to Trey Lance having a good mentorship with him. Just my personal opinion, but we'll see how that pans out, I guess.
And then, well, I don't know if I should ask you this while we're drafting, but any players to watch for a breakout season? I already mentioned I think Ayuk's going to have his breakout, but anyone in the background, it could even be like a defensive player that you got your eyes on. It doesn't have to be necessarily about fantasy.
No, I mean, I feel like most of the teams pretty much the same. I just don't know what Shanahan really has planned, with a more mobile quarterback and then the run game. I wonder if it's going to hurt the running backs a little bit.
Yeah.
But it really just depends how much they cover Debo and if Kittle does more blocking to help Lance, do some quick runs and stuff. So I feel like Lance might have a lot of run yards and things like that, and some little running touchdowns in the red zone and stuff.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I think they'll keep, or was going into their thinking when they decided to keep Jimmy G in the fold, because if you're planning to do those quarterback runs, especially with rookie quarterbacks, you'll see a lot of times like Zach Wilson when he was doing a preseason game and decided to try to fight for extra yards when he should have just went out of bounds and ends up getting hurt. Just one play like that could change your whole season. If you're counting on a unproven backup, then you're going to be in a rough situation. So it makes sense. And like we've talked about, having a guy that the guys like in the locker room and isn't going to put a ton of pressure on the rookie quarterback and is going to be there to help him. I think it's all just a good situation there. So I'm trying to decide wide receiver here again or running back, and that seems to be the.
A lot of quarterbacks have been going.
Quarterbacks already? I haven't even been paying that close of attention because
More,
we've been
more
talking.
so
about,
than I would have expected.
Yeah.
But I'm always going to wait.
I think I'm going to go J.K. Dobbins here. If he's on track for week 1 from what I hear, so. And if not, I've already got 2 starting running backs, so we'll see how that goes.
I like it.
All right, Raph, you're
What do
up.
you got, Raph?
See what you got here.
All right, well, like I was looking at Josh Jacobs, but now the receiver core is better. So it's going to hurt him.
I'll give you a hint. I would not take Josh Jacobs anywhere near what he's ranked, just because.
I wouldn't draft him.
Yeah, Zamir White's going to take a lot of his carries, and then they have Amir Abdullah and Brandon Bolden that are going to be taking a lot of that third down stuff. So I wouldn't touch Josh Jacobs, and I absolutely love the guy, but I think he's kind of going to be phased out of this offense. So
he has a hard time staying healthy too.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Cowboys. I mean, Ezekiel, he stayed kind of quiet, but he got a lot of points last year. So
he did, but Pollard took a ton of his reps.
I was going to say I wouldn't have touched him either, but, that's fine. I thought you were going to pivot and go wide receiver there.
There's some good ones up there still.
I'm going to pull up, let's see. So far, Kyle, you've got Najee Harris, Williams, Javonte Williams from Denver, DJ Moore from Carolina, and then ETN.
Yeah, I went running back again just because my 2 starting running backs have the same bye week, so I wanted to make sure I had a strong third.
And then let's see, looking at Rafts, you got Derrick Henry, the king. You got Zeke Elliott, Keenan Allen, and George Kittle. I didn't see that you got Kittle.
I don't mind that Zeke Elliott pick with Derrick Henry as your number 1.
Yeah,
that's really not bad.
He can cover some weaknesses there. All right. Let's see. Is there anything, Kyle? Was there anything else you wanted to ask Raph about his 49ers?
I guess I wanted to talk defense a little bit. Do you think you guys make a step up on D this year? And if so, talk to us about anybody that you've picked up or who's flashing, I guess.
I mean, there was a couple of veterans that got dropped. So I feel like we're kind of going to probably sit about the same. During preseason, like the secondary, they looked a little bit better than they had. That I feel like that's always kind of a weakness. We on the long plays a lot.
What's that middle linebacker? I can't think of his name right now.
Fred Warner, right?
Oh, Fred Warner. Thank you. I am in love with that guy. I wish I could steal him. If there was one player on your defense I could take, it's definitely him. I would love to pair him up in the middle of my defense, but no, I agree. I was mostly impressed with your secondary in the preseason because I know that had been an issue. I think you guys will give the Rams some competition.
Yeah, I mean,
going again.
We're we do pretty good against the Rams, so we'll see what happens.
I don't know why.
I love division
it makes no sense.
Because it's division, man. Everything goes out the window.
But the Seahawks have our number. But
Not this year.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. God here. Kyler Murray's there. Kyler Murray's there.
Calamari.
Don't worry, he doesn't have a curfew anymore, and he doesn't have to watch game film, so I'm sure.
Did you see that reel that was going around Instagram of him? Well, I guess it wasn't
Hunter
really
Renfrow,
him.
I like it.
Damn it, I was going to pick
I
him.
like it.
How dare you?
Bill is
Seriously,
so
Raph.
mad.
Like, while I'm on the damn stream with you, you're just gonna cut me like that?
Oh, that makes me so
Adam,
happy.
like everybody thinks that Adams is going to get everything, but Adams is going to get way more coverage, which leaves Renfro open to get all the catches
And
again.
I love it. I told Bill earlier, Hunter Renfro is literally the poor man's Cooper Cup.
You guys.
That dude can ball.
Well, and the other guy had my eye on is Gabe Davis, but I already have Diggs, so I can't double up there. You sumbitch. I know you were just waiting for that.
I love that he's the pick right before you. I love it.
All right,
It
that's
makes me
enough,
happy.
Raph. Get the hell off the stream. Talk to you later. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't know who I'm going to go with here.
You got
I was-
nothing.
I was
Ooh, I
thinking
like
about
it.
But
You're out of time, bud.
Ooh, barely got it in there. No, it didn't give me who I wanted.
Chris Godwin, what are you doing over there?
No, I literally clicked. You can go back
You got
and
it.
watch
You're
that.
on auto pick, Bill. You clicked auto pick. Turn that off.
No, I did not.
Right up here by pick queue.
Well, yeah,
there
There you
but
go.
might have been a delay. It might have been off a couple seconds.
yeah, because I
Oh, dang.
clicked. Oh, that pisses me off. I clicked Allen Robinson. Like,
Let's do it.
honestly, Godwin might score more points, but oh, that's brutal. All right.
I did the same thing last draft. Luckily, it was a few more rounds from now, but
I mean, I was still going to go wide receiver, so it's not a big deal.
yeah.
Just not who I wanted. But it's fine. I really wanted Allen Robinson there, where, first time in a good offense. So
I think he's going to kill it, too.
I'm glad
like-
you got Gabe. That's a good pick there. Calamari
Yeah, I
went.
like him.
Brady
Ooh, please
went.
don't take him. Please don't take him.
Rodgers went.
Oh, yeah. I got my my preseason darling,
Who's that?
Damian Pierce.
Damian Pierce. Didn't Alexis get him, or was it you that got
Yeah.
him?
No, it's her. It was a
Yeah,
good
that's what-
pickup, man. I think he's going to be carrying the load for that team.
Oh, I'm still frustrated as hell by you taking Renfro right before I went to take him, and then you got me all flustered, got me on an auto pick somehow.
Raph, well done, sir. Well done.
I know. So, well, what happened earlier, right before my pick?
Damn. Like, it's my damn team name, for God's sake. You just take him. Hope you're proud of yourself. Guess I better figure out my next move here. Got 3 running backs. 2
Here goes Russell Wilson. Here comes the quarterback run. Get ready.
I mean,
Right.
this is kind of like when I like to pick.
Yeah, I always have a round 6 rule and later if I can, just depending on how the draft goes.
Yeah, like depending on what tight ends are left. Like if there's a good one, I'll take them early. If it's, there's only like 3 or 4 good ones, and the rest are all about the same. So,
Right.
so like now, after I get like my starters, that's when I like the quarterback.
I agree.
I'm skipping quarterback still. But I did take the better of the 2 running backs in your Cowboys offense. Much later than you went.
I got a comment because a few of our people are doing it, but a lot of people draft in the first couple rounds and then they'll go auto pick.
Yep.
In my opinion, your leagues are won in the later rounds for sure. Everyone's got talent up at the top. I just always laugh at that. It does happen a bit.
I don't like drafting like once I have, my backup quarterback, my quarterback, and then wide receiver, running backs full, and then you have your. Basically, I don't like drafting the last 2-3 rounds when you're drafting a kicker or a defense.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude! Clean sweep by.
Did he take Carr?
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey.
Mike went all Raiders,
Mikey.
man.
See, and he was on auto pick. He hopped out and took him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, the only one he didn't
I
get
hope you
was
guys do
Renfro,
well.
and that was Raph.
Or Josh Jacobs, right?
Oh, I think Cook took Jacobs. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
I always
Raph's up
try to
next
stop
here.
myself from just drafting my own team. I'll take a player or two, but I usually have to tell myself to chill out.
I wonder if Logue
Come
ever
on, Charles. Who you got?
I
jumped
do that
in.
too.
Has Logue
What
been
do you
on
got? I haven't
auto
seen
draft
him
the whole
make
time?
Yeah, I haven't seen him make a pick.
Interesting. Who's Rooney Tunes?
That's my brother-in-law Charles.
Okay. I was gonna
Good
say.
pick. Good pick.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a good pick, but dude got paid.
I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to make a jump this year, and that's going to be his number one guy. So
Got
I
Tyreek
think he'll do
Hill
well.
out of Kansas City, so thank you, Christian Kirk,
Yeah.
for doing
Literally, his biggest impact on next season.
your.
What are you doing, Raph? Talk to me.
He's gonna pick Dak Prescott, quarterback.
I already got it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I haven't taken
Um,
it
I
yet.
should probably get one of those at some point.
So, talking about taking my own team.
There you go. That's a good pick.
I was going to take him if you didn't.
I'm trying to decide what I go with here. I haven't taken a tight end yet. I do like Ertz, but I don't know what's going on with his injury status. Go again soon-ish.
Like looking at wide receiver, you got like Elijah Moore on the Jets. Like, it's the Jets. They're not going to do anything.
I do like Drake London.
He did put up good numbers last year, though.
I'm going to just go with Ertz.
Maybe.
I still haven't taken a quarterback, but there's still plenty of talent there. And you've got your.
I might take one now. I got back-to-back picks here,
Well, I mean, you still have your Kirk Cousins.
and that's where I'm leaning is Kurt.
I mean, that guy puts up numbers every year, and I mean, he's not a good
I'm doing
quarterback, but he puts up good numbers. There you
I
go.
know
Yeah.
this isn't about being good and winning.
Yep.
Yeah. He's got Jefferson and Thielen, so
And he's got a good running back. I mean, that offense will move.
I'm going to go with the ultimate quarterback, and that is
Jameis Winston,
Jameis Winston.
my boy. I think he's going to have a hell of a year, dude.
He really
really
is,
do.
as long as he doesn't get hurt again.
And I'll show you why with my next pick.
Michael Thomas, good pick.
I hate him.
He's not going to fall to you, though. Logue's on auto pick.
Chris Olave, bud. Chris
Chris
Olave.
Okay.
Slant boy.
Oh, Logue went quarterback?
I'm confused. So he's not on auto pick. He
I
keeps
mean-
hopping back in.
He might have a queue set up.
Yeah, he probably has a Q set.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
MVS over Mike Thomas? Are you kidding me?
That's crazy. Wow.
Like, as a part-time Bucks fan,
Wow.
you know, Winston, not good.
He played lights out last year till he got hurt.
We've talked about it on the pod before.
That was,
He
remember
was
his year where he, like, beat Brett Favre?
30 for 30. He
That's
he joined the
Winston.
30-30 club, which is fantastic, in baseball at least. But no, he had his eyes fixed. So like you're only looking up from there. When you can actually see who you're throwing to, come on, man.
Yeah, that helps, I suppose.
It's fine. You don't have to have confidence in him. I do. And you'll see when I draft him. I don't know if I'm really going to draft him. We'll see where things line up here, but I need another wide receiver. So maybe I go the other end of that connection and go with Mike Thomas.
You can have him.
Well, I mean, we'll see if he's still there. I don't go for another 3 picks.
Because I took the one who's actually going to lead that wide receiving core.
We'll see. We'll see.
Michael Thomas has got to stay healthy, dude. He hasn't been healthy for 2 years.
Well, I'm going with the all-injury team, so.
Oh, then yeah, he's definitely your guy.
I also might. We'll see if Hopkins is still there at the end. I mean, obviously, him missing the first 6 weeks should take his value down quite a bit, but late round surge, I think he could be a player there.
I agree. Some of these wide receivers that are still up here are really blowing my mind. Like Lazard, I think he's going to have a big season. Man.
Robert Woods is still getting it done.
Robert Woods. I think Drake London's going to have a good rookie year.
See, and that's where
Chase
I'm trying
Claypool,
to.
hopefully.
I'm trying to balance the. Do I go with Drake London now just because he's available at the start of the season?
Yeah.
Or do I take Hopkins later because he should tear it up at the end?
Well, and that's the other thing I wanted to talk about with a 14-team league. Those waiver wire pickups can be a really big deal because you're so much more spread out.
Yep. Injuries and all.
I mean, I hate whoever ends up picking Watson up, like in our first draft. I'm going to hate them for the rest of my life. But that's somebody, someone's going to target real late.
Yep. All right.
I'd rather lose. I'd rather take last place than have him on my team.
This is tough.
Dude, I like the rookie wide receivers. I think this class is amazing. Do it. Pull the trigger. And if not, Lazard.
That's what I'm thinking. Trying to decide between Lazard and they're both on bye week 14. I mean, Rodgers has got to throw to someone, right?
Technically.
So, I should get a running back, but there are quite a few receivers left that I like.
There's some really good ones.
I think value's a lot better for wide receivers right now, but who's the next running back available on the board?
I was looking at Lockett.
I can't even see because I already drafted them all.
Same.
I was looking at Lockett, but I just remember he doesn't have a quarterback. So,
and it's no different than Tony. I mean, obviously Hopkins is out, but that's the hard part for wide receivers is if they don't have the quarterback. Drake
London's got a quarterback.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, I need a running back, and I'm gonna have faith in Kyle.
What'd you do?
Cordero Patterson. Yeah. I mean. That's
nice.
I don't think
after shit talking the Falcons the entire last draft, and then you pick Cordero Patterson. Are you kidding me?
Just in case.
That's a fantasy player, man. That is a fantasy player right there. He may not win they may not win the games, but he puts up a lot of points.
Yeah. No, I went all in on him in our last draft, but I took 4 in
That's
probably
a good
the
pick,
first
Raph.
5 rounds.
You tell that Bill to shut his mouth.
Chase Edmonds. Let's see.
Nice.
Trey Lance just went. Round 8, pick 11.
I should probably get a backup too at some point.
I should probably get a starting quarterback, huh?
Who you leaning towards? Let's see what we got left.
Well.
Oh, dude, Trevor Lawrence. I'm telling you, making a jump.
See, and I like pure skill standpoint. I like Fields better, but that offense is so bad.
You don't want Tua?
No, God no.
He's got Hill to throw too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's my quick breakdown of the Tua to Tyreek Hill. So their last preseason game, did you see that deep bomb on the very first play of the game?
No.
Okay, so very first play on offense, deep bomb, Tyreek Hill catches it. Everybody's just over the moon about these guys. If you watch that play, Tua underthrew him so bad.
Yeah.
Tyreek had to cut off that entire route, and yeah, he hauled it in, but you do that enough, and those are going to be picks.
Dude,
We'll see.
If Drake London is still there when I pick again, are you kidding me?
I'm going to say he's probably not going to be.
I would also say that, but I mean, who would have thought he'd still be here?
What's he questionable for?
I think
don't know.
he had
We'll
an
see.
injury last year. He had an injury out of college. Yeah, it was cut short with a broken ankle, so he should be ready to go.
How the Falcons list initial week 1. Did you take him?
No.
Tyler Boyd, that's a good pick.
Damn it, that's where I was going to go.
I
Well
feel
done,
like,
Raph.
do I go D-Hop for the late season production, or do I go Drake London right now?
So, I'll give you my opinion of D-Hop. I had him last year, and he didn't do shit,
This is tough.
even when he was healthy.
This is tough. I think value's too good for Drake there.
Pull the trigger.
I did it.
I like it.
I just
like it.
don't know about Mariota.
Hey, Raph, I'll trade you straight up Drake London
that's-
for Hunter Renfro.
I'm telling you right now, Mariota's not the one going to be throwing touchdowns to him. It's going to be Desmond Ridder.
Yeah, I love Mariota. I think he could have success, but like he was on the Raiders the last 2 years, and he was hurt both years with significant injuries for a good chunk of time. So
Just
I don't
keep
think
him
it's
as an
going to
option
be.
QB.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be availability, or I don't think it's going to be ability, but it's going to be availability that ends up giving Ritter that job. So, like Mariota's still an electric quarterback with his legs. I mean, he's never had great arm talent, but it's good enough. And especially with Arthur Smith, I know everyone's shitting on the Falcons offense, but Arthur Smith, I mean, he made Ryan Tannehill look like an absolute stud throwing the football. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it also helps when you have Henry that you can just, hatch or hook up a saddle to and ride him all the way to the playoffs. But all right, let's see. Who are you going with next, Kyle?
Well, if he's there, it's going to be Gesicki, tight end.
All right.
See what Ben does.
I think I have to go quarterback now. I mean, I don't have to. I think there's still plenty of talent on the board.
There's some really good ones still on the board. I don't know. I like Jameis. I like Tannehill. I like Matt Ryan. I like Jared Goff, even though he's not going to be lights out. He's still going to put up numbers. And I like Baker.
Yeah. That's the thing is Baker's a good fantasy quarterback, even if he's not.
I can tell you, if Baker's not gone soon, I'm taking him as my backup.
Well, and I like Justin Fields too. Like I said, it's just going to be a matter of what he has around him.
I didn't realize Fields was still there.
Yeah.
So, like,
he looked good. He looked good preseason.
When I was looking for a backup QB in the other draft, there was a lot less. But right now, it doesn't look too bad.
Dude, I drafted Matt Ryan in round 15 or 16 in our last one.
Yeah. And I picked up Matthew Stafford in like round 9.
Yeah.
With Matt Ryan, I don't feel like he's going to get that much because he's handing the ball off the whole game.
See, and I think that's why he's going to do good.
Well,
he was everything in Atlanta. And I think he gets to be the piece now.
JT is electric catching out of the backfield too, so he's going to have a lot of designed
tight end.
Going to have a lot of designed play action stuff for Matt Ryan. I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity there. Harrison Butker.
The old Butker.
Who? Okay, I was going to say there's still plenty of kickers on the board. I don't know why everyone's going with them right now, but Oh,
Dude,
well.
if there's anything I learned with fantasy draft is I just don't get people's approaches.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody can do it however the hell they want, but I'm always about value. I mean, same approach as you do with the real NFL draft. It's crazy. All right, what are we doing here?
Man. Yeah, there's still some real good value on the board.
Man, I don't know what I want to do here.
There's a certain defense that's still available.
I'll go defense later. Oh, what do I want to do? All right, I'm doing it. I was big on this guy in the draft. I hope he does well.
John Dotson. Nice. Penn State. I like that guy.
He's a tenacious little shit.
All right. So I still need a starting quarterback,
Trevor Lawrence.
backup tight end, kicker, and defense. So I'm trying to decide. I'm hoping someone makes the decision for me right here.
Yeah, that's what usually happens to me.
Come on, Avery. Make it easy on me.
Just take Trevor, dude. Do it. You won't regret it.
He went defense. Okay. And didn't even take the best defense available. Interesting.
He's an Eagles fan, dude.
Well, I don't care. I'm a Raiders fan. I'm not drafting their defense. Although I think
I
it'll
know,
surprise some people.
A lot of people draft their team. They know them. I mean, it's who you know the best.
Fields or Lawrence? Fields
Lawrence.
or Lawrence? All right.
I like the kid. I think he's going to make a jump. Plus, don't you have Fields in the other draft?
I do.
Yeah, so you got to mix it up a little.
Should thank Raph for coming on because all the people that said they were going to, and he's the only one.
Everybody got gun shy, man.
It's all right. It is a lot to try to, plan out your draft and then be talking the whole time as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've had my pick up and didn't realize it a couple times. So.
All right,
No big
so
deal.
I don't want Higbee to be good, so I'm gonna pick Hooper.
Good. Because
I've made so many picks with that same mentality, and I hate it. I always am like, I don't want him to do good. I'm not picking him.
I'm really hoping that Higbee's still there when I go again because I like him as a backup.
He's a good tight
Hell, I
end.
like him as a starter, but getting him this late would be fantastic.
He put up some points.
Yeah, I had him last
2
year.
weeks last year. Yeah.
I think he had a knee injury or something, so that was the only reason he didn't score up with all the top tight ends. But when he was actually in, he played really well. There you go. Your defense is gone.
Which one? What happened?
Steelers.
Oh. Yeah, he's a Steelers fan, so I'd imagine he'd take him.
I'm not going to have a single Raiders player unless I draft Carlson, maybe.
I don't think. I have Najee. Never mind. I forgot I took him early.
So I was thinking about Carlson, but now with Adams, like there'll be less field goals kicked.
You would think.
Justin Fields.
Because like what he did, like 170 last year or something.
He had a real good season last year, but that's because, Gruden had the worst goal line offense or red zone offense in the league, so that tends to help. Kickers, at least.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like
Damn it. Michael, are you kidding me?
Who'd he take?
Who do you think?
You took Higbee?
Daniel Carlson, kicker,
Oh, yeah.
Las
Right,
Vegas
right.
Raiders.
Well, I mean, when you're all in, I guess.
It's all right. I mean, hell, you can usually pick up kickers off waivers, so I wasn't going to draft one this early anyway. But
I can't believe your boy's still up there.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I think I'm going to go him for my backup if he's still there when I pick next. Not this time, but next.
I like it.
Trying to decide if I go with my love for Todd Bowles and that Buccaneers defense or backup tight end. Of course, I shouldn't be talking because Raph goes in front of me.
Yeah,
Well, we have a backup tight end, so I'm looking at QBs. And
just remember how bad you said Jameis was. You don't want that on your team.
The old Jameis.
Like Tannehill or Mac.
Tannehill.
I used to hate the Patriots so much. You know, it's like I don't want to pick them.
Well,
I agree, but I really like him.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna improve a lot from last year, and last year he wasn't bad.
Nope, he's gonna regress. That whole offense is going to.
What, the Patriots?
Yes.
Mm.
They lost their offensive coordinator and replaced him with a defensive coordinator that's never called plays before.
You are right about that part.
Why is auto pick on? Oh, okay. It's not. I think I'm going to go with defense here and get my Todd Bowles led Buccaneers defense.
That's
nice.
I really should have went with Higbee because Ertz gets hurt all the time. But
what we got here? This is my other brother-in-law, Lewis. See what he does. This is his first time drafting, so I hope he puts together a nice team.
But not nice enough to end up on one of those plaques.
Let's see. Oh, I'd be happy for him. He's got a nice team. It ain't bad.
Yeah, as soon as I get I don't even know. Like, I'm full on running backs, full on wide receivers. So I need a backup tight end, backup quarterback, and then I'm good with whatever else.
like looking at defenses. I'm surprised the Dolphins did so good last year.
They have a really good defense. So they have a lot of young guys. Xavier is ridiculous. I mean, they're just sneaky. They're better than their win-loss record. I'll tell you that.
The funny thing is, we were talking last draft. Kyle and I were, and I was shocked that the Rams were ranked so low on defense. Like,
yeah, they are low.
Really low. I think they're probably middle of the pack, maybe, for projected defenses. I don't get that.
I'm surprised Bengals are ranked higher than them with Apple.
Yeah. No, it doesn't make sense to me at all. Like I was saying to Kyle, they have a Hall of Famer at every level on that defense.
Yeah.
Plus, their D-line is super strong. I get the concerns in the secondary, but at the same time, if you're getting pressure on the quarterback, it helps the secondary so much. So,
I think it all stems from the amount of points they got put up on them last year. They won a lot of games, but it's because they just outscored everybody. That's the only thing I can think of. That secondary is a little bit suspect, but I agree with you. The rest of that defense is so stacked.
I should have picked the defense earlier.
Well, I'll trade you a good defense for Hunter Renfrow.
I'll keep it in mind.
All right.
I like it.
Oh, Matt Ryan just went.
That'll happen.
Who's Denver jamming?
That is Ben Chase.
Ben Chase, okay. It's a good pick. I was debating him or Jameis for my backup, so. Okay. The moment of truth. Jameis
Gonna
Winston.
do it or no?
Jameis Winston. Put him on the board.
Okay. Defense.
Washington Commanders.
No, not
Whoa.
even. Like, they got the Broncos so low, but I feel like with Wilson, I feel like everybody's going to have more energy.
I
And they
like your
might,
thinking. But
you know,
Wilson's going to be terrible there, too.
So sad.
I feel like the Patriots just got lucky last year with some like TDs or something on defense. That's why their numbers were so high.
I mean, they have,
Whatever.
the best defensive
I'm going to
mind
go
in
with my
football.
first thought is the Broncos are going to try harder because of their new quarterback.
Well,
I mean, he's an easy guy to rally behind.
if I hear
Whether
him
he's-
say, let's ride again,
I mean, what's he supposed to do, though? I mean, he's literally playing face of the franchise without ever taking a snap for his team yet.
and
The
the worst part is, like, Russell Wilson used to be one of my favorite players in the league.
Yeah.
But as soon as you go to the Broncos, I can't root for you anymore. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on now. I can still root for players in division.
Well, that's you.
I should have seen Team Kittle, TD going with Gould.
Oh, there you go.
I should have.
Did he take Kittle at least?
No, I
Raph got him.
Oh, you can't name your team that and not take Kittle. Come on now. Should have been pick one.
First, if you name your team Kittle, like
Yeah.
I was kind of shooting myself in the foot with the logo I picked, even though I probably could have changed it before anybody noticed. It was like people are gonna know because I picked like a 49ers logo.
Yeah.
All right, kickers.
Get it done.
You go with kicker here, huh?
I feel like the Bucks red zone. No. I mean, they got Gage now and stuff, and
I would say I'm not very likely to take Isaiah Likely. Baltimore tight end.
I'm gonna go with my first. I'm just gonna go with the Bucks. I think they're gonna drop off a lot, and they'll be kicking more field goals.
Good. I'm going to go with Robert Tonyan. Backup tight end. Feel like that's a hell of a place to get him. Round 13? Are you kidding me? Like, if it weren't for his knee injury, he would have been a top 5 tight end.
Yeah. Last year I noticed him before that, and I was like, wow, he looks really good.
So coming off that knee injury is a little scary, but less targets going to Devontae Adams, more going to Tonyan.
I mean, that's how I would think of it. But
now I'm just trying to decide if I go with my guy Deshaun Watson.
I'm gonna click off air immediately. I think you should be able to remove him from the draft.
I was just making sure you were still there.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, you were pretty quiet, so I was like, I'm just gonna say something to get Kyle's attention here. Make sure
I was
he didn't
checking
disconnect.
out what my last 3 picks are looking like here.
Well, I already know what my next pick is going to be.
oh, I was gonna say
it's Kenny Pickett,
Nice.
quarterback, Pittsburgh.
Well done.
No, that's not what I'm going with, but I like it. I can't believe Zach Wilson's still there. Like, I know he's
No.
injured, but
I almost went for him, but I think Goff still is going to put up numbers.
Who's the Jets' offensive coordinator?
I don't
Exactly.
even know. Who did what's his name? Saleh take with him? Anyone?
I don't remember. Like I
I'll
just
look it up.
know he follows a defensive guy, and
Yeah.
it's the Jets. So
I think they're gonna. I mean,
Oh, they
if
got Mike LaFleur.
if you look at that division, I really think the Jets are gonna win quite a few more games than they did last year.
That's
Because I don't believe in Miami. I think Patriots are going to be one of the bottom 20 teams in the league this year. And
I have a lot of faith in Miami.
do you?
Yeah.
well.
Tanking for Tua? Are we still doing that?
For me, it all comes down to Stephen Ross, the owner. He's an absolute horrid human being, and it literally leaks down. I don't think Tua is the future. I hate Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And I think Tyreek Hill is going to do nothing but distract that offense more than he's actually going to carry it.
I mean, okay, I could see him becoming like an Odell or Antonio Brown.
Well, nobody's Antonio Brown. But I get what you're saying for sure.
Maybe the wide receiver version of Le'Veon Bell.
All right, I can get behind that a little better. Antonio Brown's on a whole nother playing field. That boy is nuts.
Are we still talking about Tyreek?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
what he's about to become.
I mean,
like
he's always been a real horrible human being. I mean, he beat his kid and his pregnant wife, girlfriend thing. I don't know what she was at that time. Probably girlfriend. So, like,
for Tyreek, my thing is okay. Say we're middle of the season. He has said a lot about Kansas City, and he's already said Tua's better than Mahomes, which I get being behind your new team, but
he just said more accurate. He didn't say better. He's clearly not better.
Well, I don't care. You say more accurate.
He's not more accurate either, but.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the middle. I want the middle of the season to get here when he's frustrated and see how he feels about Tua and all that.
He's going to pull an Odell Beckham and get himself kicked off the team so he can go to a winning team.
Yep. Except the contract they gave him won't allow that. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't mention so.
Yeah, no, I think dead cap hit would be like $80 million against the cap because of the signing bonus and guaranteed money. So I don't think he's going anywhere. Okay, so I took Rams defense. Looks like you got your kicker. Raph, I like that pick of Sky Moore clear in the 14th round. That's pretty good value.
I agree.
I don't know who that is. Nebraska Okie Fire.
That is Josh Calfee. I used to work with him at Halliburton.
Oh.
Darren Cook.
What did he just do?
He said, I guess I'm an hour off on the draft. Auto draft for the win. Even though I've posted multiple times that the draft was at 3 p.m. Mountain Time.
Come on, Darren. Come on.
Apparently he thought it was 4 p.m. So. Wait, isn't he in the same time zone as us?
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure he is.
Threes look a lot like before.
Maybe he's on vacation or something.
I don't know.
Kittle took my backup defense.
Okay, Kyle. Do I believe in Mitch Trubisky? That is the question.
I mean, I do. I also don't have a choice.
I do believe in Mitch Trubisky.
I'll tell you right now, I think he's a better quarterback than he's getting credit for. He came from a shitty Chicago team, and he still was able to at least be serviceable. I think him having somebody like Najee to take a lot of pressure off. Yes, the offensive line's there. But I think with Freiermuth, he'll have plenty of dump offs between him and Najee. So just pull the trigger.
I got him. It was him
Happy for
or Davis Mills, which I actually like Davis Mills, and I think he would have had some value there too. But
I like Davis Mills. I just don't like the Houston Texans.
that's fair. Especially like Lovie Smith getting that job after they wanted to give it to McCown. What a joke that was.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously in response to something else. But if you look at Lovie Smith's track record over the last 10 years,
not good. Not good.
He shouldn't be a head coach, in my opinion. But
I mean, he was obviously good with Chicago. But then post-Chicago, he went to college and absolutely stunk it up with Illinois. And then last 2 seasons, he's been with
Watson went.
Yeah, I think that's
Who took him?
Logue, but auto draft.
Logan, I'm mad at you. I'm so mad at you.
Like you said, it wasn't him. It was auto draft.
Auto drafter, no, unacceptable.
I mean, I kind of doubt Logan would take him because he's not going to play until week 13.
I don't know if you were watching earlier, Raph, when we first started, but this is the goal.
Here, let me put you into focus here. So, I can't.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
I'll get a league plaque, and then whoever wins will start rapping each year. But we went legit.
That looks nice.
It is nice. Don't ask him how much he paid for it, because I about sharp when I heard how much he spent on it.
Man, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, here we go. Why not?
Little tight end, huh? Backing up Ertz.
A little rookie.
Do I just ignore the kicker position completely and take a backup tight end?
That's what I did.
Do kickers count?
You have a kicker already?
I do not have a kicker.
Oh.
Just going to field no one at that position. And
how do the waivers work at the first week?
Waivers, they just opposite of draft order. So.
Oh, so I actually have a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. That's new.
So whoever went last is first in waivers, and
so I mean you can drop somebody and then
there's some
okay.
Yeah.
There's
some
some
I think
because
once it's past Wednesday, everybody's cleared and you can do whatever you want before you play.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's what it is.
All right, who's my kicker? Do we go with Green Bay? Do we go with the free agent kicker named Brett?
Oh, dude. Go with Mason, man. That boy kicks her.
Yeah, I would go with Green Bay.
It's kind of what I'm
That
thinking.
boy always kicks good.
He doesn't have Adams anymore, so they're probably going to get in field goal range and not make it. So
I just don't like that Q next to him. Like if he's already
Click on it. Read
dealing, it's got nothing.
It's a kicker. It's a kicker, man. He's probably got a stub toe. It'll be fine.
What was I going for? Running back.
Oh, wow.
How
What
have
is
you not
even
taken a
left?
fourth running back?
Because I don't like any of them. But
Who's left? I can't see because mine
I
is
can't
full
see
up,
because
but-
I'm full too.
so Miles Gaskin, I think he's like third string right now.
Yeah, he's
In my-
third.
But I feel like there's going to be an injury.
Well,
So-
and that even the two starters isn't settled, so I guarantee he gets thrown in to spell him.
Yeah, I'll just go with him because it's Mostert and I forgot the other guy's name. So
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up on our last 5 picks of this draft. How are you guys feeling? Your team should be set now, yeah?
honestly,
Yeah.
I feel like I still did really decent with it being 14 people.
Yeah. Well, and I think
I definitely feel like my team's weaker, but I mean, it should be in a 14-man league.
Yeah, honestly, I still feel like I got really good value later in rounds because you saw a lot of guys going with, kickers earlier than probably should. Saw a lot of guys
Kickers,
going defense
quarterback.
earlier. Quarterbacks went really early. So, interesting.
Yeah, there were like 4 or 5 quarterbacks that went pretty early. I mean, they're the best ones, but
I like that pick
I love it.
Panthers that late. They were my backup defense in our first draft.
I almost took them when I took the Vikings defense.
So, no, I mean I don't feel great about my starting quarterback being Trevor Lawrence, but like I said, I did draft.
Yeah, but your backup, I mean.
Yeah, I drafted Jameis.
Okay.
He's going to put up points at the very least, so don't feel too bad about that. But
he'll either get you 40 or he'll get you 10.
All right.
Looks like we got a couple comments on the YouTube page here. So,
oh, good.
Let's see. Choose 2 for flex. PPR. J.K. Dobbins versus the Jets. Michael Thomas versus Atlanta. Sutton versus Seattle. Metcalf versus Denver. Or Elliott versus Tampa Bay. Out of those, I would say Dobbins versus the Jets. And probably Sutton versus Seattle. I like Metcalf, but yeah. You have to choose 2 for flex in a PPR league. J.K. Dobbins versus the Jets. Michael Thomas versus Atlanta. Cortland Sutton versus Seattle. DK Metcalf versus Denver. Or Ezekiel Elliott versus Tampa Bay.
Any of those first 3, I think you're going to be putting up some points.
See, and I said, Dobbins and then Sutton versus Seattle. And then there's another one here.
I like Thomas against Atlanta, though.
Start 3, Chase Edmonds, Travis Etienne, Allen Robinson, Cortland Sutton, Mike Williams. I'd have to look at those matchups, but just based on, let's see.
Etienne, I'm starting for sure.
Yeah, Etienne.
He's getting so many passes out of the backfield.
Sutton, and then Mike Williams is going against the Raiders. I can't remember who the Cardinals are playing, but... So I'd say start Sutton for sure. Allen Robinson, Rams are playing the Bills. That should be a high-scoring game, so probably Allen Robinson, Cortland Sutton, and ETN would be my pick from those 3. Or
I like it.
3 of those. All right. Raph, thanks for joining us. Everyone else, thanks for tuning in. Comments. Hope you guys at least got a look for anyone that has never been in a fantasy league. Hopefully that at least exposed you to it and how it works. We'll obviously have updates as we go on. We've got a couple exciting episodes coming up here shortly. Hopefully we'll have Eric Pauly, the sideline reporter for the Wyoming Cowboys, on here before too long. We have our division breakdowns for all the divisions. We're going to pick our favorites and probably awards as well, so tune in for those. Watch our social media. There's the link to follow us on all of our socials and, YouTube, where you can catch the pod there at the top of the screen there. Linktree, Square State Sandlot. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we thank you for tuning in. Kyle, you got anything to say before we sign off here?
Just thank you, Raph, for hopping on. I don't know. It's a good time. I mean, first live draft. I think we'll definitely do this every year. And I'm just looking forward to it.
All right. I got something.
What?
We still need to talk about pick'ems.
Yes, we'll do pick'ems as well. So I'll get that. I'll get that spreadsheet uploaded. I'll throw the link up on our page so anyone else who wants to jump in. I'm going to make it so anyone with the link can edit it. So you go in and make your own picks so I don't have to do it each week.
I'm still sending mine to you.
No, you're not. Just make sure that you guys have those in. If you are going to plan on doing the pick'em, just make sure you have your picks in before the game starts. So obviously the Thursday night game, you'll have to have that pick in by Thursday afternoon. And then for the Sunday slot, just make sure they're in by either Saturday night or Sunday morning before the game starts. So,
Oh,
With
that helps when you only have to make one decision on Wednesday
yeah,
and then the rest on Saturday.
yeah. Kyle and I might have to make them a little bit before that because we'll probably be going on the pod to talk about it before Sunday. But
I'm probably gonna write all my picks down and I'm gonna mail them to you.
Okay.
Snail
Mail.
mail.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
make
And
sure
just
you
remember, we are going against the spread this year.
yeah, change
So-
it up.
Maybe I guess we'll probably have to lock them in by like Friday, so everyone's going with the same spreads. Maybe.
Well, you got to lock them in before that.
So let's say Wednesday
Gotta be
Wednesday for
'cause
the
you got
Thursday night game, and then Friday for the Sunday games.
And
Yeah,
Monday.
I just say
Monday.
Wednesday, lock it in. Period. Make it easy on you.
Well, but then you also aren't sure on injuries because they don't announce injuries until Friday. So I think Friday's
That's
probably
half
best.
the fun, bud.
If you're professionally
Whatever you
betting,
want.
you aren't doing it on a Wednesday. Let's just say that.
That's fair.
Okay.
Fine. Wednesday and Friday.
All right, boys. It's been fun. Hope you guys.
I'm looking forward to the link.
Yes, I'll send that link here shortly. If I forget by Wednesday, someone please remind me.
Will do.
All right.
Thanks again, Raph.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's been fun.